We'll see. Story from the Wisconsin State Journal. A new report by Wisconsin's largest business organization suggests state policymakers explore increased talent attraction and state tax cuts to address the persistent labor shortage concerns among state business owners. So the report issued now is titled Wisconsin 2035. It was prepared by WMC Foundation. That's an affiliate of Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce. It's going to be presented during WMC Foundation's Future Wisconsin Summit. That's in Madison today. As part of the report, officials interviewed more than 80 leaders in industries like manufacturing, construction, retail, hospitality. Officials from government, healthcare, education talked to a wide swath of individuals. WMC's president and CEO, that's Kurt Bauer, he's been on the program before.
Yes, he has.
He said, look, everything comes back to workforce. Wisconsin must attract, we have to retain, and then expand the talent pool. So in a survey conducted this summer by WMC of 266 of the group's members, 86% of respondents said they were finding it difficult to hire enough workers. About 72% of employer respondents listed the state's labor shortage as the top public policy issue here in Wisconsin. Some other challenges listed by those interviewed included broadband access, economic uncertainty created by the government, and navigating the pandemic. So the U.S. Department of Labor's Job Openings and Turnover Survey, that got published yesterday. It found that nationwide job openings increased to 11 million at the end of October. That marks the fifth month in a row with more than 10 million job openings. The jobs are out there.
Yep.
By comparison, there were 7.4 million people on unemployment in the country in October. Translate that to almost 1.5 open jobs for every unemployed person in the nation.
Right. That math doesn't work out very well for you.
While workforce challenges have been present in Wisconsin for years and years and years, officials say the primary issue has now shifted from a skills gap to a people gap, in which there just aren't enough people to fill the open positions.
Correct.
We got to attract. Bring them in. Wisconsin's population growth of 3.6% from 2010 to 2020, less than half the national average of 7.4%. Also in that span, 21 of the state's 72 counties had population declines. WMC officials say the state is also facing slower birth rates. That creates additional concern for the coming years. So how do you address the need for more workers? The suggestion from the WMC is increased efforts in talent attraction through foreign immigration, such as eliminating the 65,000 cap on temporary employment visas, and also boosted efforts to draw more people from other states, give them a reason to come here. One measure that could help on that front is an item in the state's budget for 2021 to 23 that directs the Wisconsin Economic Development Corps to spend $3 million on talent attraction and retention initiatives.
Brings a new light to the, and again, I'm not talking about illegals, okay? That's a whole different topic. But people coming to this country, well, they're taking American jobs. It's because there's not enough Americans to fill the jobs that we have, as you just heard from this story. And has been the case for a long, long time. And there's certain things that Americans refuse to do that some other people will.
WMC also points to tax cuts as another way to try to draw more talent into the state. One suggestion includes potentially reducing, flattening, maybe even eliminating the state's top individual income tax bracket, which is at 7.65% for incomes higher than about $263,000.
Yep, and think about that from what happens to people when they become older. Do they hang out in Wisconsin? Some of it's because of the weather. Sometimes it's because states don't have income tax and that sort of thing. And so it is a legitimate, question of how can you change things to make it better.
WMC says, look, another potential labor pool in the state includes residents who have the ability to work, but for one reason or another have chosen not to. They suggest the state reduce barriers to employment by streamlining occupational licensing programs, encourage workplace flexibility, explore a free market approach to making child care more accessible, more affordable. A lot of different options out